Ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, from LA to Cambridge, from the Ice House to this house, as seen on Dat Fan and Friends, worldwide star of Cooking with a Comic, and it's his birthday. Put your hands together, welcome to the stage, Brent Sills!
What's happening, everybody? So nice to be out of the house. Holy Jesus. My goodness. Look at the size of this stage. It's ginormous. It's like the size of a house. Not my house, I'm a new comic. I live down by the river in a refrigerator box. It's double corrugated. Little packaging humor right out of the chute. Woo! Okay, we all know I live down by the river, but it's more of a mansion. I know I'm rich. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm not particularly good at anything. I certainly don't try very hard. I can't figure out what it is. Absolutely no idea. Who said white privilege? Come on. Who said married well? Seriously? Yeah, you're both probably right. Well, I'm Brent Sills from right here in Canada. You know where handsome world leaders come from? Like Justin Bieber. You thought I was gonna say the other Justin. Canada's first black-faced Prime Minister. Ugh. A little dark in here right away. I don't want to get political. I'm not a political guy. I know we got people from the left and the right, from the blue and the red. We got some greens on the way, but they had a bicycle flat, so they'll be here when they get here. I'm just saying, the only thing more black than Justin Trudeau's face at a toga party are those wee charity documents. Seriously, calm, sit down. Miss Mayor, it's okay. I just want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the redacted truth. Okay, before I really get going here, guys, I have a bit of a confession. I don't know if everybody here knows this. Most of you do because you follow my Instagram. But I'm actually neighbors with Justin Bieber. I know, it's impressive. It's why I said it. When they moved into the neighborhood, Haley and Justin, when they moved into the hood, I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I send them flowers? Maybe a fruit basket? So I just went ahead and I sent Haley Bieber, that's his wife, just went and sent her like 5,000 or 6,000 messages. I don't know if you've ever had an A-list celebrity get back to you. Holy shit, is it amazing. I think it was like a Thursday. I get a knock on the door. It's more of a ring or a notification on my phone that somebody's on my property. I go to see who it is. You know, it's a gentleman in a suit. Looks important. It's not the Biebs. I go to open the door, I push the button, the door opens. It's a guy there in a suit. He says, are you Mr. Brent Sills? I'm here from the estate of Justin Bieber. The estate of Justin Bieber? Is everything okay? Was there a boating accident? Did he die? No, I'm here from the Bieber residence. Why didn't you just say that? Get me all worried. Did you get my messages? Well, Brent, that's actually why I'm here, is we did receive the messages that you sent to Haley. Is this it? Is this how it happens? I'm going to a garden party. Khaled's gonna be there, I know it. Yes, Brent, that would be lovely, but I'm actually here to issue you what's called a restraining order. You will now have to stay 500, correction, COVID, 506 feet away from Justin and or Haley Bieber. Well, that's just fine. I didn't want to drive my boat on that side of the lake anymore anyways. Go to slam the door, it doesn't work that way. I just push the button twice. Slow, closes so slow. Okay, me and the Biebs are boys. He'll get a kick out of that. He'll think it's funny. He most likely will not be here tonight. But if he does, he'll come through the green room, he'll slide up the back, and he'll sit with my mom because he's that much of a sweetheart. Fucking douche. Justin Bieber's not Canada's only export. We actually export all kinds of cool things all over the world, especially down in the States. Number one thing comes to my mind is the original Sticky Icky Canadian maple syrup. Who likes pancakes? Come on, who likes pancakes? Oh, you love pancakes, I can tell. Not because you're bigger, but because you were cheering and laughing for pancakes. And you're fucking fat. I'm just kidding, it's okay, buddy. Don't eat alone. Just call me. We'll get through it together. We actually also invented Velcro. So if you want to restrain somebody and unrestrain them very quickly, remember your safe word? Dump truck, dump truck, dump truck. That's mine. We also invented the preferred workwear of 2020. Lululemons. You're very welcome. When I say we invented Lululemons, I actually mean a homosexual man in Montreal invented Lululemons. He was a butcher. Brent, that doesn't make any sense. Why would a gay butcher invent Lululemons? Well, Elmo, I'll tell you. You see, when Jean-Guy would receive his deliveries of beef through the back door, he would be like, "Ooh la la, avec moi la bouffe, en plastique." I think he said that he liked the way the beef looked wrapped tight in plastic. But I don't speak very good French, so I'm not sure. He's like, "Ooh la la, this would look so nice on the bottom of a man. Looks good on chicks too. If you're into that sort of thing." We also invented the Wonder Bra. That's the bra with the X great back support. I'm a perfect A cup. Thanks for asking. So that means that in Canada, we make asses look amazing. We make tits look delicious. Our national animal is the beaver. Holy fucking shit, I think we're perverts. And with 9.5 months of winter, no wonder we're perverted. Losing my voice a little bit. I've been practicing a lot. Thank you. Pity clap in the back. Appreciate that. Speaking of perverts, I was at my doctor's recently. I don't know if you guys know this, but I got a little bit sick a couple years ago. And when I say a little bit sick, I mean I almost fucking died. I was over 300 pounds. My body was reacting to everything, especially Wendy's. I go to my doctor, he's a specialist. Only took 1.5 years to get in to see him, mostly because of his schedule. Healthcare is free in Canada if you don't die waiting for it. My doctor sits me down, wants to ask me a few questions. He says, Brent, have you been feeling maybe a little bit less energetic? Perhaps lethargic even? Lethargic? I'm 300 pounds, I'm out of breath having this conversation. Brent, have you experienced a lack of desire? Maybe a lower libido? Lower libido? I haven't had a libido in 100 pounds. I couldn't find my libido with a mirror if it was on the floor. You seem a bit emotional. Have you been feeling forgetful? Maybe foggy in the mind at all? Have you been talking to my wife? I thought we had that lawyer-doctor privilege thing. So as it turns out, I actually have the testosterone of a 6-year-old boy. Explains my lifelong obsession with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why I still get up early to watch cartoons. I still think the best thing ever are bath farts. Bloop. Bloop, bloop. Especially if you're in with a friend. My doctor said that I had to build a strong foundation. This is what it looks like when you take steroids for 2 years and don't work out. When my doctor told me that I'm gonna have to work out, he says, you gotta build a foundation. I went home and I started to exclusively work out my calf muscles. So from the knees down, I'm like The Rock. You know, Dwayne Johnson. And from the knees up, I'm like every other fat comedian before they get a movie deal. Does anybody remember Seth Rogen when he was fat or funny? I can make fun of him. We're comedy brothers. Oh. The best part about going through puberty in my 40s is the unlimited porn budget. I got a credit card and I'm not afraid to use it. I have the VIP Platinum Gold Star membership to Pornhub. It's the Costco of porn memberships. I always get more than I came for. The samples look great, but they taste rubbery. We can colonize Mars. We can put a man on the moon. But we can't figure out how to get steroids in Brent without a dozen needles in his ass every week. It's like I got into a fight with a porcupine. And I didn't win. Swollen. Sore. Don't look. Looks great in Lululemons, though. I'm so fucking horny. I'm horny all the time. I'm horny right now, even with pancakes staring at me. This has led me to a little bit of a porn addiction. It's embarrassing. Takes a while for the sound to travel back there. When I say little bit of a porn addiction, I mean I'm addicted to little people porn. It's something about those small hands. The way they fit perfect on my phone. I actually got to go see the little people strippers. They're just like regular strippers. They just seem further away. This one little stripper, she comes up to me. Sweet little thing. Oh dear. She comes up to me and she's like, hey, big playa. My name's Rebecca. But you can call me Becky for short. She's like, you want to come back to the VIP? Half-price lap dances? Equal rights for uneven heights. That's what I say. Pay her full price. I just wanted to take her home and see what half a house looks like. Walk around for one time in my life like a big swinging dick, like Shaquille O'Neal, you know. Just one time. You can tell winter is coming in Canada. There's frost on the ground. The elderly and the homeless are starting to pile up at the border. Trump's got to get the border open soon. Just a bunch of Canadian shit blowing around. Empty maple syrup containers and Drake posters. RVs and trailers as far as the eye can see. Our trailers have fucking trailers. You know. I went up to this one old guy, you know, driving this little F750. It's like, what kind of fuel economy do you get in that 26-cylinder truck? It's like, would he get 10 or 12 miles to the gallon? And he's like, no. Half. 5 or 6 miles to the gallon? That's pathetic. Oh, no. I said half. I get half a mile to the gallon. But it's okay because I tow extra fuel. The only thing longer than winter in Canada is that fucking Frozen movie. Do you want to build a snowman? No! What do you call those people? You know those people that go down south every year? I think they're called assholes. No, that's not. Snow angels. What are they called? Snowbirds. Thank you, snowbirds. Douches. So I was down in Florida last January, shopping for a third home. Middle-aged white man shops for a home in Florida. How original. I'm down there, looking at golf resorts. Got this sweet young thing showing me around. She's like 78. She picked me up in a wheelchair-accessible van. I was like, you okay, hon? She's like, yeah, I'm just planning for the future. Live your best life. So there I was in Florida, about to sign a death certificate, condo agreement. But before I do that, I thought, I've always wanted to fulfill my fantasy of doing entertainment. I've always wanted to be a comedian. I just never had the balls to try. Thank you. So I thought, I'll go to one comedy show, just one. And if I get some sort of sign from the comedy gods, then I'll follow my dreams. And if not, I'll get one of those Cadillac Escalade looking with the spinny wheels, fucking golf cart. Just drive off into the sunset, off a fucking cliff, to a fiery death. No pressure. So I go to a comedy club Sunday night. First couple guys come on, they're funny dudes. No signs yet. Then the headliner comes up, hits the stage, and he's like, "What?" He was insane! Got the crowd going. I was so excited. I want to be like that guy. What do I gotta do? Afterwards, he held up a sign. It said, "We're going to be holding advanced comedy technique workshop here for the next 2 days." I thought, well, that's not the fucking sign I was looking for. I don't even know rudimentary comedy techniques. But I signed up anyways. Woo! Very first night you're there, they put you on stage with a microphone, just like this. It was horrible, people. I'll treat you to a little display. It was lower and I didn't know I could raise it. It was one of the problems. I was so confident. I was like, "Hi, I'm Brent from Canada. It's cold there. Anybody else raised by a cross-dressing not schizophrenic, father with 17 personalities. Guess you had to be there. It was horrible. It was painful. Good thing I have so much false confidence. So afterwards, I said to the guy running the thing, said to this guy, he's like, a headlining comic, tours the world, movies, television, the whole works. The winner, the original winner of Last Comic Standing, Mr. Dat Fan. Super cool Asian guy from San Diego. I said, hey man, I want to do this for real. What would I have to do? He's like, where are you from? I'm like, Canada. He's like, well, in Canada, you could get on the open mic scene, do a couple mics every month or so, and maybe, after 10 or 15 years, put together a nice little act. No, I want to do it now! What do I gotta do? And then his demeanor changed, and he looked at me all serious. And he said, oh, you want to be real comedian. I was like, yeah, I don't know why you're talking like Master Splinter, but yeah, I want to be a real comedian. What do I gotta do? And he's like, oh, you want to be a real comedian, you must come to LA. That fan will teach you comedy wax on. Comedy laugh off. Oh. I don't know why he's talking to me like he's in a kung fu movie. I don't know. Maybe that's how I hear him. So I said, I'll see you in 2 weeks. He didn't believe I would show up. He didn't know me like you guys do. He didn't know that I'm special. Now all I gotta do is call my wife and give her the good news. I call my wife. Ring, 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 ring. She must be busy. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, it's your douchebag husband down in Florida. Bit of a selfish prick. Uh-huh. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, I know you're shoveling the drive. Again. We all make our own decisions. Listen, I met this Asian guy last night in a bar. Hello? Must be a storm brewing. I think I lost her. I'm gonna call her back, but I don't know why I'm talking on a pretend old-fashioned phone. I'm gonna call her on my cell phone. Redial, boop. Speaker, boop, boop. Ring, 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 ring. I downloaded the old-fashioned ringer. Tone. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie, we got cut off. Must be a storm. Oh, it's clear there today. Listen, baby, big news. No, I'm not coming home. I met this dude, and I'm gonna go and be a comedian in Los Angeles. Hello? Anyways, after 7 or 8 hours of discussions, my wife and I decided together as a couple that I should go to Los Angeles to become a comedian. Thank you. Yay, woo girls. She said I should go to LA to become a comedian or to hell. Dealer's choice. It's almost the same thing. The ground is shaking under your feet, fire and brimstone from the sky. bullets and riots everywhere. And this was before the pandemic. I was confused when I landed in Los Angeles. I figured that MGM or Universal, maybe Disney, would be waiting there with a movie offer. At least a sitcom. Figured I'd be a paid regular at the Comedy Store and the Improv. Wondering how many days until I'm on Joe Rogan. I had heard they're giving away Netflix specials on every corner. I guess that's just for twerking 9-year-olds. Too soon? Too late? It's hard to tell. So I call up my buddy Dat, my new Kung Fu comedy mentor. Let him know that I'm here and I'm a day early because I'm Canadian. He says, come to the studio right away. So I go to his studio. Tells me to drop my backpack full of Canadian shit. He says, get on that stage and show me what you got. It's like, Dad, fan, I don't got anything. I came here to get some. Not to get some, but to learn some comedy. And he changed again. He was like, oh, I will teach you lesson number 1 in comedy. First of all, you must respect the microphone. R-E-S-P-C-T. Respect. All microphones matter. Got you. He's like, when you take microphone in your hand, you must put your head to the side. No other side! You get so emotional sometimes. Now pull it out. You see, you know, hit yourself in face and look like asshole. Then he tells me we're gonna go to a comedy club right now. I've been here for 45 minutes. I'm gonna get to see a headlining comic do comedy on my first night here that pinched me. This is amazing. Oh no, Brent Sills. You will do comedy, and that fan will decide if he ever going to see silly Canadian ever again. And so off we went, and then I did comedy every day, studio every day, comedy clubs every night, not to impress you, but I did 50 sets in 30 days. Okay, I was trying to impress you. I'm pretty sure that the first Airbnb that I stayed in Los Angeles was a stripper's place. Either she was a stripper or she was a manager at Michael's. 'Cause there was glitter everywhere. Smelled like vanilla. The second day I was there, I get a knock on the door. Go to see who it is. It's a Latino guy. There's a lot of Latino guys in Los Angeles. I don't know if you know that. I open the door and there he is. He's like, Orale, vato. What's happening? Not much, man. I'm just Brent Sills from Canada. You know where handsome world leaders come from. Orale, Holmes. I was looking for someone called a Coco. I don't know anybody called Coco. I don't know anything called Coco. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I say, I was actually looking for something a little bit physical. I made $430 my first week in Los Angeles. The entertainment industry is easy. I didn't fuck him. Fucking perverts. I just helped him paint his house. And then he fucked me. Don't worry, I wore a condom. I can't believe my mom's here today. It's just jokes. So after painting a few living rooms, my anxiety was starting to rise up a bit. LA's a busy place. So I decided to go to the legal marijuana dispensary, because weed is legal in California like it is here. Woohoo! I had to go to the legal marijuana dispensary to buy weed because I'm a middle-aged white man, and if I buy weed in LA anywhere else, I'll most likely get shot in the face. Not wanting to get shot for a quarter ounce of weed, I go to the legal marijuana dispensary. First of all, holy fucking shit, their weed is expensive. Sitting in the waiting room, didn't know how to fill out a 9-part survey. Then this extraordinarily well-armed, younger, good-looking fella takes me out back. That's not pertinent to the story, I just thought he was cute. Takes me out back, proceeds to sell me 5 tiny little marijuana joints for 40 American dollars. That's like 9,000 Canadian. He said they were dipped. It's like dipped in my retirement savings. So I take my overpriced marijuana joints back to where all the starving artists stay in downtown Burbank. It's worse than it sounds, people. Seriously, Burbank's rough. I had to drive 2.5 blocks to charge my Tesla. But there's no smoking anywhere. No smoking in my condo. Strippers have become very conservative, by the way. No smoking in my condo, not even by the pool. No smoking on the street, it's against the law. I'm Canadian, I don't want to get deported. You can see me talking to like an ETF agent. Brent Sills, AKA Pancakes. I have a citation for you for the use of marijuana in an unregulated airspace. Comes with a $387 fine. P.S. What do you mean, P.S.? Tickets don't have P.S.'s. P.S. You will no longer be permitted in the United States of America for 27 years. Good luck with your comedy career. Holy shit, that escalated quickly. Well, I didn't want that to happen, so I found myself an alleyway in downtown Burbank, extraordinarily well-lit alleyway. Clean too, kind of like Disney World, but without the rides. There he was, by this dumpster. This is called an act out. I learned it on the internet. Gonna smoke this joint, try to enjoy my life. Fuck, I forgot to light it. Maybe listen to a little John Mayer in my mind. Why don't we just get stoned? Call up a girl. Gravity. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this judgmental cat just staring at me. It's not one of those cool alley cats you're thinking about. Swarthy, with like a hat. He's like, hey man, digging the tunes. Why don't you give me a hit of that tie stick, friend? Yeah. Who says we can't get stoned? No! No, it wasn't one of those! It was one of those bougie Burbank cats. Diamond collar, Rolex, fucking black credit card. Of course, it's a she. She's like, there's no smoking in the alleyway in Burbank. I'm gonna take up my diamond-encrusted telephone and call the police. But first, I'm gonna get a selfie. Hashtag douchebag in alleyway. I just want to go to the AMC theater and spend $50 on a fucking movie. It cost so much I thought it was a live performance. It doesn't make sense while they're so expensive there. They make them in Hollywood. Closer to the source, buy local. Fuck that, eh? There I was standing out front of the theater trying to fill out this loan application for popcorn. Fucking bougie cats, no help, won't even co-sign. I don't know what that shit was dipped in, but it was pretty fucking good. I don't even know if there was a movie. I was probably at home watching Netflix. So after doing comedy, as I said, every day in Los Angeles, that fan pulled me aside and he said, "Oh, Brent Sills, you do very good comedy. You will now open for that fan and friend at the iconic Ice House Theater." Holy shit! After 27 days in comedy, I'm gonna be doing comedy at the legendary Ice House, the oldest comedy club on the planet Earth. The same stage as Robin Williams, Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, Eddie Murphy, all my heroes. And then on the wall in the green room, David Letterman's contract. $150 a week, 38 years ago. Be nice to get that kind of action now. I know this isn't the funniest part of the story, but I'll tell you, the best part, other than all the parts being the best part, the best part about being in LA and learning to do comedy was hanging out every single afterwards. Every night after. We'd go for cheap Chinese food or shitty tacos, you know. Most comics are broke. I mean, I went out for nice food afterwards. I'm not a fucking animal. But hanging out after with all these different comedians, all different levels and experience. Won't drop any names, but it was fucking awesome. And then I come back to Canada. Dead of winter. So cold. Typical travel story, 5-hour flight, 5 days in the airport. Right before COVID, didn't even know what was happening yet. I'm just walking around licking everything. Licking old people. Fucking licking the escalator. Give a fuck. And then I get home finally, and it's C-19. Steak spice for aliens. Get tired of Heinz 57? You know, they just sprinkle it on us, right? The C-19 tenderizes and spices us. They eat us like we eat chicken wings. They're like, that one's good. I like the old ones, they're crunchy. I know we got a lot of people here that work on the front lines. You know, at the groceries and the liquor stores. And I want to thank you guys for doing all the stuff that I would never dream of doing. Thank you for doing those things. Especially my healthcare workers. I know we got some people here, doctors and nurses and other healthcare professionals. Let's give them all around a hand. Let's give them a hand. Come on. Thank you, everybody. Fuck you! You signed up for this shit. You wanted to save lives. You were jerking off at home to Grey's Anatomy and fucking MASH. Sign that hypocritical oath. It's not about the money. No. I mean, sorry if you're a server or work at the grocery, you're shit out of luck. Risking your life so this guy can have some fucking ice cream. Okay, you know I love everybody. Avi. That's obviously for anybody over 30. My wife is actually in healthcare. So that, maybe somebody send her up a drink. It's gonna be a long night. So my wife's in healthcare. That means that she gets up every day at 5:30 in the morning. Tells me to turn off my video game and go to bed. Bitch. She goes and fights for hospital beds and ventilators so that Jen's Nana doesn't have to die next Thursday. I do important stuff too. I sit at home and I think of new witty COVID jokes for my Zoom comedy shows on the computer. I don't know if you guys know this, but I heard that tigers can get COVID. Did you guys hear this? 2 tigers walk into a bar. That's right, this is happening. 2 tigers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "A couple Coronas?" I said I was new at this. I never said I was any fucking good at it. How did they find out tigers could get COVID anyways? Just like two dudes hanging out in the woods? Couple Bengal tigers walk by. Dude, look at those tigers. Sick. You think he could be sick? I don't know, I never thought about it. What if they are? Yeah. What if they are? We should find out. Why? Because, dude, if they got the corona, they could give it to everybody. Right. How do you think we should find out? Just take that big Q-tip you have and stick it in its nose. You think he'll just sit there? Oh yeah, he'll just sit there. Okay, I'll do it. See, I'm going over the tiger. Yeah, he just sat there. How are we gonna get tigers to wear masks? Or practice social distancing? I don't even speak tiger! As a new comic, I'm so desperate for stage time. Especially during COVID. So desperate. I've been so desperate that I've been making up my own shows at home. True story. I have this one show that I made up. It's called Cooking with a Comic. Thank you. The premise of the show is this. People with food bring it to my house. They cook it. I eat it. Television gold. Next week, we have a special episode of Laundry with a Comic. Thanks, Mom. Bring a little extra softener. Last week it was a bit crispy. I know that actually back here, I know that a couple of my lawyers are here tonight. Thanks for coming out. Next month, November 12th, put in your calendar, City Hall, Room B, 2:30 p.m. We're shooting Family Court with a Comic. I'd love it if you could represent. I've been doing some of those Zoom comedy shows. I did this one for this group of ladies. It was their birthday. I log in. She was like, tell me about all your movie roles and TV deals. Red carpets and after parties. I wish you would have IMDb'd me first. Saved us some time. But then I thought about it and I realized I've been on 2 iconic hit Canadian television shows. The first one when I was a kid. I was on the nationally televised hit show, Just Like Mom. Spoiler alert, we didn't win. Second prize was a gold necklace. Left a green mark on my chest for 38 years. I think it was fake. This this show, they ask the mom some questions, the kids some questions. Afterwards, there's a bake-off. The host says to me, his name was Fergie, "Young Brent, tell me about the time that your mother was pulled over for speeding by the police." "Okay, I'm Brent, I'm 9. When my mom was pulled over by the... I can't say it." "Oh, this is interesting. Why can't you say it, young Brent?" "Because it's too naughty." "Maybe you should whisper it in my ear." "Okay, like my uncle." "Oh no, you can't say that on television." If you want to know what she said, you'll have to Facebook her. She's over 60, that's how they communicate now. And then I realized I was on another hit show. Some of you here actually witnessed it. I was a teenage. I was on the video electronic dance party show, Electric Circus. Black splash pants, neon green shirt, graffiti on it, because I'm from the hood, son. You don't even know. Mean streets. Canada has mean streets. We just closed them for 9 months of the year for snow removal. It's hard for criminals to get any traction. Can you believe those ladies wanted their money back? What kind of comic do you think they'd get for $12? Then I got to do a show for the Plumbers Union. My biggest show until this one. I don't know anything about plumbing. I mean, I know the basics, you know. Shit rolls downhill, payday's Friday. Classic. Then get up on there, I got 2 weeks to prepare. I get up on their stage. And I'm like, you know the best thing about my plumbing at 45 years old? It's how good it works. And what I mean by how good it works, I mean it doesn't fucking work at all. I get hard when I'm not supposed to. I don't get hard when I should. I used to pee straight, now I just pee sideways. You know how hard it is to make friends in the men's room when you piss sideways? Hey, stop pissing on my boots. We're not going to be friends now. I knew my plumbing was in great working order when my wife and I started to try to make a baby 9 years ago. Still no baby. We were going to try the artificial insemination, but I just don't believe in artificial things. So it made the interview process very interesting. The gentleman's like, what do you mean you want to be there? And you don't want to use a turkey baster? I'm like, don't make it weird. I want my child to be conceived in love, and I want to be there for it. Not going to do anything. I mean, I might throw in a couple moves. Little push, maybe. were gonna do that, but then we went car shopping. You know how hard it is to pick out a car these days? We got vans that look like SUVs, SUVs that look like vans, small trucks, big trucks, fuck! So many cars, electric, hybrid, diesel, who the fuck, gas, I don't know! Try to pick a color. I miss the good old days when there was just a few kinds of vehicles. Sedan, you know, for the worker dude, for the working lady. Maybe a sports car for the weekend if you're a bit of a douche. I have one. Pickup trucks for the plumbers, electricians, and the lesbians. Of course, for the vans, it's simple. Stay away from the white ones if you're under 12. I actually got to do a diaper party. I got to do stand-up comedy, 10 minutes at a diaper party. I don't know if you guys know what a diaper party is, but a diaper party is when guys get together and get belligerently drunk and celebrate all the hard work that it takes for a man while the woman lies around being pregnant for 9 months. All I had to do was provide the venue, call a caterer, get some booze, and buy a shit ton of diapers. Cost me $38 a minute. Hashtag worth it. So much has changed since I started my career in comedy. 226 days ago. I know we have a lot of smart people here tonight, captains of industry, smart lawyers, accountant, medical professionals, a lot of smart people. Not so much up on the mezzanine, those are my friends, but certainly down here, we have some smart people. I did something really, really smart, super intelligent. I went ahead and I quit my full-time, high-paying, soul-sucking sales job right before the pandemic to be a comedian. This means my friends, my coworkers, my colleagues, it means they got something called golden parachutes, cash buyouts, sunshine and rainbows. All I got was government subsidies. I'm pretty sure I might be the only one here with a $150,000 supercar and on welfare. I'd sell the thing, but it's worth less than a Honda Civic now. Thanks, economy. It gets better, it gets better. Back in Ottawa, I get us evicted from our condo in Ottawa. Fuck that, eh? They say every comedian should be homeless at least once. At least I got a supercar. I can live in a great neighborhood. Don't worry, I know everybody's concerned. I know you're concerned. I got your cards. I actually found a great new spot. Just locally here, behind the Starbucks. That fancy neighborhood. It's great, I get free Wi-Fi. And if I park right, I get a little shade from the dumpster. In the mornings when I wake up, if I want to pick up a second job or a first one, I just fire up Uber Eats. It should be called Uber We Eats, because honestly, it's like 1 for me, 2 for you, 2 for me. Public service announcement, everybody. Count your chicken McNuggets. Just saying. You know, at the bottom of the bag, there's those extra French fries. We're all so excited, we get free fries, right? You see, what happens is when I reach in with my COVID-covered fingers and I grab a big handful of your fucking French fries, sometimes I drop a few. 2-star rating. It is so hard to make a McFlurry look like I didn't eat half of it. I lick the spoon, I gotta like swirl it just right. The best part about being disowned by my father-in-law for becoming a comedian is being disowned by my father-in-law. Fuck that guy. Gotta hear about his shitty golf stories. The dating life of a 78-year-old man. We all got problems. Doesn't know if he's gonna get lucky. He's like, it all depends. That was horrible. You guys have ever heard about going Dutch? That's like very progressive. You split the bill equally, you know. If you're a simp, that's what you do. My father-in-law does something called going Ukrainian. That's, oh, did I forget my wallet? Oh, again. Must be in my other car. Well, at least I'm a full-time paid comedian. Woo! Until the Serb runs out. Hey guys, I'm Brent Sills. Thank you so much for coming out to the filming of my special. Love all you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.